Is it visible now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I think this slide was visible, or right from the beginning. You want me to do it right from the beginning?
This was visible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Till
right.
multidisciplinary
Thank
was
you.
visible.
Thank you for saying. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll go on like, I'm like a mad person.
We thought that you are giving examples, but then later we realized you want us to relate to something. That's why we intervened.
Oh, okay. All right. So here it is. This was the pairing of the states that we shared. And Delhi is paired with Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep. And this is what is multidisciplinary education. So these are the main points: curriculum integration, same topic with different disciplines and diverse perspectives. So I've just highlighted them for you to have an overview of this. And then we came to discuss about the states. What are the topics that come to our mind when we talk about the states, the location, the climate, the history, the interesting facts, art and architecture, flora, fauna, all these topics come to our mind. So we took people, and it's about the history of the people, the politics, art, culture, and the values. Now we talk about the values. This was the socio-emotional well-being that I spoke about. So I'm not going to repeat what I spoke, but yes, so this was on resilience. So, a grade 8 can have a storyboard on the people they need in their lives. So let's take people as our core topic and in a classroom scenario. So we first think of the subjects, then we think of the activities, resources, collaboration, and then the third one is the participation and presentation of the children. So the subjects: language, mathematics, social studies, science, and besides them, there are other subjects which can be integrated, like physical education. You can integrate art or painting, or there's so many other subjects that can be integrated, but these were the subjects that came to my mind. And after subjects, it is this is the participation and the presentation of the children, and the activities and resources and the collaboration. So you need to just have an idea of the list of activities, the list of resources, the collaborators, and have a blueprint of the plan. Now, the benefits of multidisciplinary approach is that it adds value. It gives a deeper knowledge of any topic that you take in. It gives new ideas to children, and it's a holistic view and adds skills to their preparations when they are preparing for it. So a lot of diverse disciplines. Disadvantages. So there are disadvantages, there are challenges on when we do something like this in the classroom. There is a lot of distraction, there's noise, indiscipline, behavior issues, and class management, where you need to arrange the class, you need to have a time management schedule as to when you're going to do the activities, and there is sometimes there's no expertise in one field as diverse fields are explored. So, and mindset of people who are conducting or who are on the receiving end, say the parents. So, and there is sometimes lack of resources, enough technological backup is not there, or some kind of infrastructure is not there, or certain facilities are not there to conduct these activities. All right, so now we have we need to think in basic 3 levels, because beyond that we might confuse ourselves. So we need to have the topic. Suppose it is people, then people, with people in center, we need to think of the multidisciplines. Okay, what we are going to incorporate or combine with people. What are the things in the beginning? Is it location? Is it history? Is it art or culture? And then what is the purpose of this entire project that we're doing? Is it only art integration? Then, of course, they just do the art forms and, there is an art exchange. But if it is something beyond art also, that you want them to know about the processes or the systems of the other state, then you need to have that clarity of the purpose. So Delhi is paired with Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. So I have just, the first step, again, it is at 3 steps. The first step is list the parameters and collect the data. So it was in the beginning, we had the arrow slide, remember, location and culture and art and all that, which you mentioned. So you have to collect as much data. Right now, we're not thinking of any activities, just a know-how, especially in the primary school. The teachers need to just know about the paired state, where it is located, what do the people, what is the lifestyle of the people. So location with respect to India, location with respect to the world map will give them a better understanding. Then climate of the place. So if you can collect all these pictures, then it brings a lot of ideas to your mind as to what you can do. So this is the 20 rupee note where Andaman and Nicobar Island picture is there, which I didn't know. And when I was preparing for this webinar, I came to know, I said, wow. So there was a lot of wow moments, which you will also discover when you are planning for the other state or the project. Because India itself is such a vast, diverse country, which we ourselves don't know. So this is an amazing way of finding out about the paired state. Then there's a mud volcano there in Andaman. This is the bioluminescence, which can be used as a science project where children can showcase this aspect of underwater, the life underwater. Then history and language, that is the cellular jail in Andamans. Then people, there are a lot of tribes in the Andaman, like Andamanese, Sinhalese, Onjis, and the locals. And these are the indigenous people who actually are very close to nature, and how their importance over the years has lessened. And now we realize that how important they are to nature. So generating respect towards them and their contribution towards our planet. The flora and fauna of the place. Then these are the mangrove forests and the kayaks. And, as you go through the kayaks, you can immediately, as you sail, you can go to the sea also. The water body is connected to the sea. So these are the white surf whisper waterfalls over there. Largest sea turtle you'll find in Andamans. There is an elephant island. This is the largest arthropod. And there is a swiftlet bird that builds edible nest. So we can have a project on nests and birds, where children build nests and make paper folding birds, which will be really Great. Then culture, food, practices, and festivals. Spices. It's known for a lot of spices that they grow there. The economy and the occupation. Fishing. Then weaving and making mats, and art and architecture is woodcraft that they do over there. Cane craft, a lot of cane things are made. Coconut shells are painted. So all these things, shells can be painted, seashells, sandcraft. And Jal Hans, the first commercial seaplane, was also tested there. Now, the second step. So the first step is you have collected all the material. All right. So the state that you are paired with, you collect all the material, the pictures, the interesting facts, everything you collect. And now you collect and you collaborate with your fellow teachers so that you can come up with a plan. So staff can share knowledge and expertise. There is a need for training for more confidence. So possible exchange in expectations and perspectives. So classroom management and planning is required. So training of teachers, especially in this case, is required. Why? Because these are things that we are not used to do in the classroom, pairing up with another state. We have done it last year with Sikkim, and we have some know-how, but we can always upgrade ourselves, right? So there is still a lot of training and ideas need to be shared. So that could be one thing. Then possible change in expectations and perspectives. Now, expectations. Now, when we are pairing up with the state, when we are doing activities, when we are coming up, children are coming up with presentations, and so the expectations are that, you know, they'll come up with something really perfect, or something really, the model will be really good, or the drawing will be good. No, it's not that. That is not the case. Actually, the expectations have not to be, it should not intimidate the children. It should actually encourage the children, and it should not be like, you know, I feel art, yes, it needs to be appreciated, and certain forms of art like what do you say, worldly art is there, then Madhubani art is there. So these forms of art, they have a certain kind of protocol, they have a certain kind of structure to be, rules to be followed. But when we are doing these activities, children are a bit, they're given freedom. So they might come up with something, you know, I don't want to use atrocious, but yes, it is their expression. So the expectations don't have to be of that level, but the expectations have to be that, has the child participated? Is the child gaining confidence? Is the child improving through these activities? So those are the expectations that we need to shift our focus to. And classroom management and planning is again a huge, thing that can be really time taking. It could be mind boggling for teachers. In a class where there are 40 children, there is furniture, there are tables, there are time expectations. So how you plan it, maybe 10 minutes, maybe one class you devote 1 week. Every day we don't have to do this project, or you want to finish it accordingly, you plan your project. Then representation and comprehension of content through visuals, technology, and auditory resources. So the pictures can be shown to the children, or if there is no technological help, then maybe a parent or another resource person can be asked to show it. Maybe, they can get pictures and share from a magazine or you can share magazine pictures if there is no technological support, of maybe a beach, or since you know that something similar, very similar to the paired state, if you are not getting the proper resources. But these days, we do get the resources. Contact people.
Ma'am, we can even give the web links from where the children can further get the information,
Yes,
and
sure.
they can not just understand the things, but they can also see, because everything is not possible to be shown in the class itself.
Yeah, it's not possible. True. And if you can make an something kind of a album and then prepare a link of that and then share it. If it is grade 1, of course, they the link, if it is showing a lot of text, they will not be interested at all. So if you can click pictures or save pictures and form a link of that, then that will be also really a good resource for the primary children. Then available, thank you, ma'am, for that input. And then available resources, what identifying the available resources, not just technology or visuals. You know, there are parents, there are people in the community who are well versed. Maybe there is someone who belongs to that state and who is in your state, or who has visited that state and you know that person. So you can invite those people and you can talk to them, or they can give a talk. So vice versa, you can do. Clarity of purpose and outcome. So the entire project has to have that clarity. This activity will be done. What are the materials required? Like what we do for lesson planning. So it is similar to that. So the third step is creating a plan. So the first one was collecting all the data. Second one was sharing the expertise, and with the data, what goes in, what does not go in the web link, and creating that web link or the resource for the for yourself and the students. And then you create a plan. Okay, so now we go ahead with the project. So for creating a plan, you need to have all these questions for yourself. What do I want my children to learn about the paired state? Is it about the location, or is it about the people, the climate, the birds over there? What is it? So you have all the material, you have shared the expertise. Now is the time for eliminating and including. What are you selecting? So select 2-3 things and then you can filter it further. What are the activities they can be engaged at the individual level, group level, or class level? So those activities can be planned. How can the classroom be arranged for the activities? Can the furniture be shifted for a day or two so that you can do that activity? Is there any outside noise, or outside in the school, you'll have so many events going on simultaneously. So you need to think of that also, and then arrange for the activities. On what basis do I need to group the children according to the activity? So what is the grouping based on? Is it based on cognitive ability of the children or the artistic ability of the children, or is it a mixed group? We need to have, it should, you know, when we decide on the group in the class, it should not be that one group is totally artistic and, you know, very talented, and the other group is. So that division has to be done by the teacher so that there is a balance in the group. There needs to be someone who's good in communication skills, someone who's, you know, a different multiple intelligence. We need to identify and then form the groups in the class. How much time per day, week, month can I allot for multidisciplinary approach? So this, again, we needn't wait for the last moment, because then everything falls apart. If our project is, suppose July is, you think for your class, what is the best month? Okay, so this month, we don't have much activities for grade 1 or grade 3. Okay, let's do